In the book of Revelation describes a battle in heaven, which we are in heaven right fucking now. Revelation 12:7-10, between a dragon/serpent called the devil or Satan and the archangel Michael, which is Michael, resulting in the dragon's fall. Here, the devil is described with features similar to primal chaos monsters like the Levians in the Old Testament. The identification of serpents as Satan support identification of serpents in Genesis with the devil. Tommy Ogden, Woodward, and Gregory the Great, among others, interpreted this battle occurring after the devil sinned it by aspiring to be independent of God. In consequence, Satan and the evil angels are hurled down from heaven by the good angels under leadership of Michael. He was President Obama. Before Satan was cast down from heaven, he was accusing humans for their sins. Revelation 12:10. After 1,000 years, the devil will rise again, just to be defeated and cast into the lake of fire. Revelation 20:10. See, reverse psychology. I'm the one who was thrown in the lake of fire. Okay, an angel of the abyss called Abaddon, which means destruction. That's just also her. Mentioned in Revelation 9:11, is described as ruler and is often thought of as the originator of sin and an instrument of punishment. For these reasons, Abaddon is also identified with the devil. The concept of fallen angels of pre-Christian origin. Fallen angels appeared in writings such as the Book of Enoch, the Book of Jubilees, and arguably in Genesis 6:1-4. Christian tradition and theologically interpreted the myth about a rising star thrown into the underworld, originally told about a Babylon king, Isaiah 14:12, and also referring to a fallen angel. Okay, me. Okay, I was thrown into the box. Okay. The devil is generally identified with Satan, the accuser, in the book of Job. Only rarely are Satan and the devil depicted as separate entities. Much of the lore of the devil is not biblical. It stems from post-medieval Christian expansion on the scriptures influenced by medieval and pre-medieval popular mythology. In the Middle Ages, there was a great deal of adaptation of biblical material in the vernacular languages that also employ additional literary forms like drama to convey important ideas to an audience unable to read the Latin for themselves, the Bible, or just anything in life. They retarded. Anyways, they sometimes expanded the biblical text with additions, explanatory developments, or omissions. The Bible has silences, questions it does not address. For example, in the Bible, the fruit Adam and Eve ate is not defined. Okay? Yeah. Y'all really think about a fucking apple. The machine, bitch. The apple is part of folklore. Medieval Europe was well credited to explain the silences of the Bible. In addition to the loss of world history and the expansion of biblical books, additional vehicles for the adornment of biblical tales were popular sagas, legends, and fairy tales. Holidays, birthdays, the Tooth Fairy, Santa Claus, bitch. All that shit fake, man. These provided elaborated views of the elastic creation where the devil vies with God and creates disagreeable limitations of God's creatures like lice, apes, and women. The devil in certain Russian tales had to intrigue his way on board the ark in order to keep from drowning. The ability of the devil in folk tales to appear in any... Listen to this shit. Y'all got so upset when I said what I said. So listen to this shit. The ability of the devil in folktale to appear in any animal form, to change form, or to become invisible. All such powers, while nowhere mentioned in the Bible itself, has been assigned to the devil by medieval exclusively and without dispute. Okay? People say, I do got that as well, but it's totally different from me and her though. I was born with this. This is what she got from her lineage before she killed them. Maximus the Confessor argued that the purpose of the devil is to teach humans how to distinguish between virtue and sin. So according to Christian teachings, the devil was cast out of the heavenly presence, unlike the Jewish Satan, who still functions as an accuser angel in service of God. Maximus explained how the devil could still talk to God, as told in the book of Job, despite being banished. He argues that as God is omnipresent within the cosmos, Satan was in God's presence when he uttered his locution towards Job without being in the heavens. Only after the day of judgment, when the rest of the cosmos reunites with God, the devil, his demons, and all who cling to evil and unreality will exclude themselves eternally from God and suffer from this separation. Christians have understood the devil as the personification of evil, the author of lies and the promoter of evil, and as a metaphor of human evil. However, the devil can go no further than God or human freedom allows, resulting in the problem of evil. Christian scholars have offered three main theodicies of why a good God might need to allow evil in the world. These are based on the free will of humankind and a self-limiting God, and the observation that suffering has soul-making value. Christian theologians do not blame evil solely on the devil, as it creates a kind of Martian dualism that nevertheless still has popular support. Equate himself with God. According to the origins, God created rational creatures first, then the material world. The rational creatures are divided into angels and humans, both endowed with free will, and the material world is the results of their choices. The world, also inhabited by the devil and his angels, manifests all kinds of destruction and suffering too. Origen opposed a Valentine view that suffering in the world is beyond God's grasp, and the devil is an independent actor. They try to tell me. I don't believe it. Therefore, the devil is only able to pursue evil as long as God's allowed. Evil, okay, yeah, I kind of do. But then again, anyway. Therefore, the devil is only able to, okay, yeah, I do. Therefore, the devil is only able to pursue evil as long as God's allowed. Evil has no underlying reality, but is defined by defects or a lack of resistance. In Origen cosmology, therefore, the devil is considered most remote from the presence of God, and those who adhere to the devil's will follows the devil's removal from God's presence. Origen had been accused by Christians of teaching salvation for the devil. However, in defense of Origen, scholars had argued opportunities for the devil is based on a misinterpretation of the universalism. Accordingly, it is not the devil as the principle of evil, the personification of death and sin, but the angel who introduced them in the first place, which is me, who will be restored after this angel abandons his evil will. That's why they want me to quit. That's what I told the Most High. That's why y'all want me to quit. The ugly city is influenced by the sin of the devil and is inhabited by wicked men and demons, fallen angels who are led by the devil. On the other hand, the heavenly city is inhabited by righteous men and the angels led by God. Although hierarchical division into two different kingdoms show a resemblance to market dualism, Augustine differs in regard to the origin and power of evil. He argues that evil comes first into existence by the free will of the devil and has no independent analytical existence. Augustine always emphasizes the sovereignty of God over the devil, who can operate within his God-given framework. Augustine wrote that angels sinned under different circumstances than humans did, resulting in different consequences for their actions. Human sins are the results of circumstances or an individual may or may not be responsible for, such as original sin. The person is responsible for their decisions, but not the environment or conditions in which their decisions are made. Okay, I told y'all I've been conditioned. The angels, don't mean to come at me though. Don't come at me no more. Okay, the angels who became demons have lived in heaven. Their environment was grounded and surrounded by the divine. They should have loved God more than themselves, but they delighted in their own power and loved themselves more, sinning spontaneously because they sinned through their own initiates without being tempted or persuaded by anyone else. They cannot repent and be saved through the intervention of another. Hence, they were eternally fixed in their self-love. And I just told the Most High they were conditioned. Since the sin of the devil is intrinsic to his nature, Augustine argued that the devil must have turned evil immediately after his creation. Thus, the devil attempts to take God's throne is not an assault on the gates of heaven, but a turn to sobalism in which the devil becomes God in his world. Further, Augustine rejects the idea that envy could have been the first sin, as some early Christians believed, evidence from sources like Cave of Treasures, in which Satan had fallen because he envies humans and refused to prostrate himself before Adam. True. Since pride, loving yourself more than others and God, must perceive envy, hatred for the happiness of others. Such sins are described as removal from God's presence. The devil's sin does not give evil a positive value, since evil, according to Augustine deity, merely a byproduct of creation. The spirits have all been created in the love of God, but the devil values himself more, thereby abandoning his position for a lower good. Less clear is Augustine by the reason for the devil choosing to abandon God's love. In some work, he argued that it is God's grace that gives the angels a deeper understanding of God's nature and the order of the cosmos. Illuminated by God-given grace, they become incapable of feeling any desire for sin. The other angels, however, are not blessed with grace and act sinfully. I'm going to do a separate video on me because I ain't got enough minutes, I'm Lucifer. Lucifer, also known by his full name Hele, Candy Woman, my bad, I told about that, or by his titles as Satan, the Devil, the Morning Star, Son of Dawn, and Child of God, is the fallen archangel of pride, sin, free will, and the stars. Pride means a feeling of deep pleasure or satisfaction derived from one's own achievements. The achievements of those with whom one is closely associated are from qualities of possession or widely admired, consciousness or one's own dignity, be especially proud of, a particular quality or skill, self-respect, self-esteem. Pride can be defined as evaluating one's opinions and thoughts above God's authority, word. Sin, an immortal act considered to be a transgression against divine law, violation of the will of God. Sin is the transgression of the law, King James Version. To sin is to transgress or break the law of God. The Bible says a lot about sin. It tells us that all have sinned, Romans 3:23, and that sin leads to death, Romans 6:23. In the Baphomet and Catholic text Gospel of the Secret Supper, Lucifer is a glorified angel but fell from heaven to establish his own kingdom and become the dominator who created the material world and trapped souls from heaven inside matter. Y'all. There's y'all article there for today. Don't make me do anything else. But my neck better go down by tomorrow morning.